Hey, this is Lewis from SoFly, and in this video I'm going to show you how to create a big testimonial block. So we'll start by adding a section to the page, and then inside the section we're going to have the testimonial text, which is going to be a big text block, and then the testimonial author, and then probably a line about the testimonial author's company, job title, and a image of the testimonial author, and that's really about it. So we're going to have a background image for this section, just an arbitrary background image. So I'm over here on Unsplash, and I'm just going to pick, whatever image I like. Okay, this one looks pretty good, so we'll just use this. So we'll go to More, Background, Image, Browse, and upload that background image. And there we go. Now we want to shrink it down to fit inside the, cover the section. Let's go ahead and make this. Let's put 100 pixels of container padding on either side. And then let's drop in the testimonial author's photo. So I've got a photo over here. I'll just copy the URL, paste it in. We're going to make this a circle image. So to do that, you just go to Border, Radius, 50% on all sides. And let's make this smaller. Let's say 100 by 100 pixels. Now for the background itself, let's give it a darker tint. This will make the text much more readable. So we'll set the image overlay color to black and then semi-transparent. Okay, now for the testimonial text itself, I want to use a serif font. So that's those are going to be the fonts that have like the little things coming out of the corners of the T's and the bottoms of the A's and things like that. So Georgia is a great default serif font. It looks good for quotes. Also Merriweather on Google Fonts is great, so I'll go ahead and use that. And let's make this much bigger. Just to be a big quote right here. Okay, and then I'm going to go get some lorem ipsum to paste in because I don't want to type in a testimonial. Okay, here we go. That's probably a bit too long. Okay, that looks good. And now let's go ahead and center everything in this section. And let's make the section a little narrower. So we're going to set a custom section width. Instead of the default page, we'll do a custom width. And we'll go ahead and set this to 800 pixels wide. Okay, there's our testimonial text. Now for the testimonial author, we're just going to type in the name, shrink that down to something more reasonable, let's add some margin, job title, say lead designer at Bluefish Studios. I have no idea if that's a real company name or not, but it probably is, judging by the name of most web design companies today. Set that to white, semi-transparent, and let's make that smaller and not as bold. And then we want to center this, so we'll just go ahead, we make an inline block. And let's move this above her name. And let's put, say, 20 pixels of margin on that. And maybe this is a little big. Let's thin it out. Okay, it only goes down to 300 weight. We can make it italic. That's usually typical for quotes. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now it's looking good. And this is probably a little too long for a big quote. We probably want to just get to the point pretty quick. So there we go. That's how to make a testimonial block with a tinted background image. And one other finishing touch you could do is, since you got light text and a dark background, use the Webkit font smoothing property anti-alias. That'll make the fonts look a little bit better in browsers like Chrome and Safari. Okay, cool. That's how you create a fancy background image testimonial block in Oxygen. And then to make this responsive, it's going to be very easy. You can just add some padding on the container so it's not right up against the edge. And really, at any screen size, this is going to look good. You might want to consider just shrinking the font size on those smaller screens. Okay, there we go. Responsive testimonial block with Oxygen. Thanks for watching.